Hello guys, I apologize for any background noise. The lawn guys are here and it's super loud, but I wanted to go ahead and deliver a reading out to you guys since I was unable to do one yesterday. The first thing that I would like to say is that I'm going to use two tarot decks for this reading, the Everyday Witch Tarot and the Osho Zen Tarot. Then we have the Magical Activators deck. This is proving to be a really powerful deck in my own personal journey when I read for myself as well as when I read for friends, and most of you seem to really love it as well. And the Osho Zen deck is just different from your typical tarot deck, so I enjoy using this one as well. And we are going to go ahead and get started in just a moment. A couple things. If you've emailed me, I am behind on emails. Please be patient. I am now booking into November, so I will be responding within the next couple days. And of course, I will go in order of the emails that I receive. So do not worry, you will not lose your spot. But I am taking the last week of October off. I will have videos for you guys for the channel, but I will not be doing personal readings that week. So actually, I'm really excited. I'm going to share with you guys. I booked a cabin today, and fall is my favorite time of year, as you guys know. So I booked a cabin with some girlfriends and super excited for that journey for my birthday. Such a dork. How many times can she say birthday? I don't know, but I'm not done. Okay, so let's get started with the reading, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Please do like, share, subscribe. Sharing is caring. Sharing really helps the channel grow. The channel's been a little slow growing lately, so I'm not sure why, but I would love it if you would share if you feel comfortable doing so, just even with friends or on your social media pages. Thank you so much for tuning in, and let's get started. Let's start off with a Magical Activations deck, just because we deserve some magic in our lives. Now, there's a lot of shifting, okay? A lot of shifting for you, a lot of shifting for the masculines. So many of you will have noticed over the past several months, things seemed really challenging. There was a lot of sort of personal storms that we were weathering, okay, in our own individual lives and of course in the world at large. A lot of you were transmuting for your masculines. It doesn't matter if you're in communication or not, you were still transmuting for them. So I want to make that really clear. A lot of transmuting was happening for your masculines, for the masculine collective, and for the collective at large. And what's happening now as we sort of get to the end of 2020 here is things are starting to slow down and things are really starting to fall into place. So a lot of you will be feeling this energy of just, it's a feeling of lightness and it's a feeling like everything is going to be okay. Now, I do want to make a point to let you guys know that if you're feeling really detached from this journey or from your masculine, that's a beautiful place to be. Don't worry about it. Continue to focus on what you're doing and what you're growing in your life. That's exactly where you should be. Feminines, if you're needing a boost of motivation or you're just needing some love, go take a look at my last video from 2 days ago. It's a Divine Feminine Power message. It's really powerful. I wish it had gotten more views, but it seems like more people want to hear about the masculines. I'm hoping to turn that around because you have to understand that your journey is their journey. Your journey is the journey to union. So what you're doing and what's changing for you and is what's changing in your connection, and how your masculine is going to show up is how you're showing up for yourself. So it's really all one and the same. I'm going to be focusing a lot more, and at the end of the year here, the next 3.5 months are going to be a lot of focus on the feminine and on our growth and on our journey, where we're going, where we've been, where we're headed, and just really pointing you in the right direction. So if you're feeling detached, please know that this is not only perfectly normal, it's a very healthy place to be. And that means that union is imminent for you, that your twin is doing the work, and that you're giving him or her the space and time in order to do so. You can be chasing them energetically. What does that look like? It looks like pining, longing. It looks like constantly daydreaming. It looks like not doing things in your personal life because you're waiting for them. Okay, it looks like waiting, longing, pining, and a bunch of other things. But just understand that you can reel your energy back in and just focus it 1000% on yourself. Amazing things are coming, guys. Yes, the energy is still shifting daily. Yes, you might have a reading, you might hear a reading from me that seems a little quote unquote negative. We're still purging out some things, but we're really shifting into full force as we go into October. Okay, and also this Virgo new moon we had on the 17th has really cleansed a lot. It's sort of like cleansing the palette is what they're telling me. So we are cleansing our palettes of the past. Depending on where Virgo sits in your chart, if you even have Virgo in your chart, is how it will predominantly affect you. Okay, so let's take a look here. We have reflective truth. Interesting. So we have, now this isn't projection, it's reflection, identity, self-love, and acceptance. Really beautiful energies. This is exactly what I was picking up on, what I've been feeling myself, and what I imagine and presume a lot of you are feeling out there. So working on your self-love, working on your identity, working on accepting yourself. So a lot of people could say, oh, this is a twin flame card. I'm actually not seeing it as that today. I'm seeing this as you looking in the mirror and being able to accept yourself. You know, doing the mirror exercises, saying I love you, saying I support you, saying you're amazing, you're important, you're intelligent, you're funny, you're special, and all of those things that allow you to accept you. So this is also about growing the inner child up so that the adult self merges and accepts the inner child. Because not a lot of us, all of us have an inner critic, and it's mostly made up of the inner parent. So we have an inner parent that lives inside of us that it's really important that we make amends with. Doesn't mean you have to make amends with the physical version of your parent, because that person, that voice lives inside of you and is the critical voice. So when you think you do things wrong, or I could have done this better, typically 9 times out of 10, that's the inner parent. So we're really, really getting in touch with ourselves, our identities. Who am I? Who am I walking around in this world? Look into your own eyes, feminines, and any masculines watching. Spend some time really delving into your own identity, and you're going to find just a myriad of complexities, a myriad of just beauty. And you're going to find that you are such an incredible, amazing, magical, special being, and that no one else is quite like you. So allow yourself to be awed by your mere existence. Let's go ahead and, okay, they want me to check the temperature of the masculines. All right, let's check the temperature of the masculines. Because things are really shifting for the masculines. They're really settling things, or settling their affairs. They're putting things in order. And again, I strongly feel like those of you who haven't had communication yet are going to be receiving communication, and you'll basically go right into union. It will be, the steps towards union will be placed one right after the other. Contemplation, silence, knowing, releasing control. Beautiful place for the masculines to be, a place of silence, a place of stillness. It's really hard for them in that masculine energy of go-getter and action-oriented to really slow down, because they feel like they're going to miss out on something. They're going to miss out on the money or the deal or the business, or they're going to miss out on being bigger and better. And so they're learning to slow down. And again, they're realizing what's truly important in this lifetime, and they're having to reevaluate everything. So yeah, there's a third eye activation as well. So that intuition, they're sitting at the seat of their power, and they're realizing that I have the ability to connect with source, and I have the ability to see things, hear things, feel things. And, you know, guys, the masculines have gifts just like we do. They're psychic, they're intuitive, they're highly gifted, highly evolved beings. It's just been masked by society. It's been masked by what they thought they were supposed to be, or that they were supposed to do in this lifetime. And it's left them very angry, very confused, and very scared. So stepping out of that. So again, if you're receiving silence, so silent treatment, or, you know, quote unquote ghosted, I don't think your twin ever really ghosts you, because your twin is always with you. FYI, they're never apart from you. And the more you focus on them being apart from you and not being a part of you, see, apart and apart, got it? A part, one word, and a part, 2 words. Focus on them being a part of you, and you will stop drawing in separation into your existence. Just focus on them being with you at all times. Talk to them as if they're with you, as if they're you. You're going to start to see things shift, and the energy of the connection, the energy is what shifts the physical situation, the physical environment. So it all starts with energy. So if you're sitting in silence with your twin, fear not. feminines, because, or masculines sitting in silence with your feminines, because things are being shifted and created and they're beyond your control. So release the control of timing, release the control of how this happens. The more you focus on the how, the more the universe sort of like goes, I don't know what you want me to do. I can't deliver magic if you don't allow me to have the grace of delivering it in my style, in my way, in my timing. Divine Feminine's throat chakra. Speak your truth, courage. Don't suppress your truth. Don't suppress what you need to say. So beautiful. So interesting that these are very different energies for the feminines and masculines, which I've been feeling lately. So as the masculines are stepping into silence, you know, I just heard provocative silence. They're provocative silence in the sense that they are provoking themselves to go deeper. They're provoking their thoughts. They're really, it's sort of like it's like a balloon. And if you pinprick a balloon, it deflates. They're pinpricking their thoughts so that they can really get to the core and really get to the meaning of what are these thoughts? Why do I even have these thoughts? They're realizing they no longer align with the person that they used to be, and that's what's going on. And meanwhile, the feminine is being asked to speak her truth or his truth. As you speak your truth, feminines, your masculine you're going to draw them out of silence and contemplation. You're going to draw them into speaking their own truth and their lives and their situations so that they can escape. And it really is escaping the reins of societal programming, familial, ancestral programming, and parental programming, the inner critics of the parents. You know, these masculines are fighting the war of it's wrong if I leave, it's wrong if I do that, I'm not a man if I don't do this or I don't provide. I have to be and act and think a certain way. And that's all being released now. So the only thing you need to do, feminines, is really focus on really speaking up and standing up for yourself and have the courage to break through any fears of doing so. So I'm loving these energies. So let's find out a union card. Union energy, please. Union energy. What you doing, Charlie? Char. Union energy. Got Charlie in the house, his house. Union energy. I don't know if this wants to come out or not. Okay. This one comes out over and over and over again. And then I'm going to pull what's on the bottom because that's wanting to be seen and read. So Gaian awakening. So both twins are focusing on, interesting because we have preparing, relocation, ascension. Both twins are focusing on what's going on in the global environment right now. So it's like there's bigger fish to fry other than necessarily the physical union. That does not mean the union's not happening. Don't freak out on me. It doesn't even mean it's been delayed. It just means at this particular adventure and point in time, this has become the priority, that we focus on the ascension of the world and humanity because there's so much more at stake here. We have to save the planet and save the world, and we have to help people awake. It's our duty. It's what we're here to do. So, we're preparing, and there is going to be a relocation. This is definitely a sign saying that your twin is going to relocate to be with you, or you're going to relocate to be with them in the very near future. And I'm seeing 2021, 2022. And we have ascension, right? So the ascension symptoms. So the masculines have been experiencing some pretty awful ascension symptoms in the form of nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. And so a lot of feminines have been feeling, you guys know that I expressed that I've been dry gagging, which is super fun, dry heaving. No idea why. And it just happened this morning. It happens throughout the day on most days. I do feel like that's my masculine who is really going through it and really purging, but it's almost like I don't really throw up. I eat pretty clean, so I don't get sick in that way, but I tend to, it's like the purging of the energy that needs to happen that some people report when they do ayahuasca is it's a dry heaving. So I feel like we're just purging out eons and eons and generations and lifetimes of junk and gunk that has been in our system. Okay, so you might see a flare up or reactivation of some illnesses like autoimmune or things like that, but understand that your body's clearing it out once and for all, I'm hearing. So that's a special message for a select few. We also have in union energy, this was at the bottom of the deck, we have psychic, intuition, truth, wisdom. So both twins are, I just heard, recovering the wisdom, recovering the truth, right? Psychic intuition. Your masculines are realizing that they're psychic. And I don't even really love the word psychic because it carries such a negative connotation because of what people have said about it, what people have, just the way in which people have gone about using the word. But they're realizing that they have these gifts and they're lighting up these gifts, and the people in their life don't really love these gifts. The people in their life are like, okay. Like they may be getting made fun of, or they're just not being understood. They don't care anymore. They're stripping away themselves to their bare core, and they're just being themselves. Now, I want to point out some numbers to you guys. We have 7 and then 17. And for some reason, I was guided to put this card directly under this one. So we have 717, that's physical union. Okay. And then we have 31, that happens to be the day that I was born. So for some of you, that also equals 3 plus 1 equals 4. Then we have 40. So 4 plus 0 is 0. And then we have 44. So 44, 4s are continuing to be very significant. 717 for physical union, 3 plus 1 equals 4. So 44 here. So 44 and 717 coming up really strong. Holla! Okay, guys. So the masculines know that they're psychic. They just do. You don't need to tell them. So I would say at this time, feminines, refrain from feeling the need to reach out unless you're strongly guided. Your masculines they're finishing up a cycle of purging and a cycle of releasing. They need to do this by themselves. It's almost like they need to feel like they've lost you forever so that they can go through this, so that they can become who they're supposed to become and find their strength and find their self-worth. And we don't want to butt into their process. Now, if you feel guided, then you know your journey better than I do. You know your masculine better than I do. You know yourself, hopefully, better than I do. But for the majority of you, I'm really being called to say that it's a good time to step back for the next several months. It won't kill you, I promise. And to really give them the space to do so. So even if they're not asking for it, look for the signs, look for ask your guides, and you trust your own intuition on that, okay? Because they're moving through the final stages of releasing themselves from karmic cycles. This just wants to come up over and over and over and over and over and over again. Moment to moment, 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so it's choosing to appreciate and be grateful for what you have in the present moment. This is important. This is what's going to push these. You want to bring your masculine to you. You want to magnetize them to you. Be present in your own life. That's powerful. And that attracts them. That would attract anybody. That's even 3D wisdom right there. Dropping the wisdom bomb in the 3D of just be happy, be joyful in your own life without looking forward or looking to the past. So forgiveness is a theme. We have the 10 of Wands. So don't suppress. This goes back to the throat chakra. Both twins have been suppressing their truth or suppressing their intuition or their gifts. And so learning to release and learning to let go, and also, recognizing that it's time to speak your truth. It's time to be heard. It's time to be seen. It's time to take the mask off. It's time to release yourself from any binds, okay, karmic binds that you've placed yourself in. Charles. Okay. Oh, man. We have some messages from the masculines that wanted to come through. Interesting. Past lives and the Master. Now, the Master is a card that only exists in this deck. Becoming a master. The masculine is saying masculine master. The masculine is saying I'm becoming a master of myself. I'm becoming a master of my own life. And they know that you have past lives together. He's just like, this is so matter-of-factly. I've become the master, and in doing so, not only am I cleansing and healing, I'm cleansing my ancestral line, I'm healing ancestral trauma, but I'm also realizing that you've been a part of those past lives as well, and I'm realizing the role that you've played. Dreams are still heightened for the masculines. Okay, let's go over to this deck and find out. Charles, do you want to be a part of the reading? You're awfully restless. Are you a masculine? Oh, the star. Another 1-7, so 7-17 again. So we have the energy here of wishes coming true, wish fulfillment. And also the masculines are basically admitting here that they dream about the feminine. They daydream and they night dream about bringing you back into their lives. And they're trying to manifest this. Yeah, they're definitely focusing on their manifesting powers. And for many, they're waking up to their manifesting powers. Many of them knew that they were psychic, but now they're waking up to their manifesting powers, and they're honestly blown away by their own powers. They knew that you were special. They recognized who you were immediately. And even if they didn't let on, they did. But what they didn't recognize is their own value, their own worth, their own truth, and their own gifts. And now that they realize that you're a reflection of them and they're a reflection of you, they realize that what is within you is also within them. And they're realizing how special and magical they are. So if you're feeling your masculine strongly, it's because they're pulling you back into them. Okay? They're magnetizing you. They're definitely manifesting. Definitely manifesting. I mean, with the look, we've got them communicating the star card, the master card in past lives. They're becoming a master manifester. Okay, messages from the masculine. Actually, let's get a message from the feminine back to the masculine. Queen of Wands. She's like, nah, bitch, I'm in my power. She's like, I got myself my own personal dragon. I bought myself some flowers. I got a cat. And the cat loves me and everyone loves me. And I don't know what she's sitting on. It looks like, I was going to say it looks like an octopus, but she's sitting on something. Maybe a loaf of bread. Or is it just the dragon? Oh, okay. Don't mind me. She is in her power. Okay. This is the feminine in her power. The feminine's communicating to the masculine. I am in my power. And I see you rising up into your power, and that makes me really passionate about you. That makes me feel really tingly, warm and tingly inside. And then we have the 3 of Cups, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We have, oh, hello. Hello. Would you show your face? There's Charlie. Yeah, go ahead and you can go, just walk on it, mess it up. It's cool. It's fine. We have the 3 of Cups, celebration, friendship. You know, these women are celebrating under the moonlight. The fish are jumping for joy. The cats are playing. Everyone is essentially feeling really free, liberated, and having an amazing time. So celebration, the feminine saying, look, I've been working really hard, okay? I've been working really hard to create this incredible, passionate life for myself. I've been following my dreams, my passions, my goals, and now it's time to celebrate, and I want to celebrate with you. But in the meantime, I'm celebrating with girlfriends. I'm making the most of my life, and I'm living my life to the fullest. And I feel like there's another message from the feminine to the masculine. Okay, thank you for your 5-second promo, Charlie. Wheel of Fortune. She says, I know that cycles are closing out, and I'm just going to be over here enjoying my life. You know where to find me. This doesn't, you know, she's not saying I've moved on, I've found someone else. She's saying I'm living my truth, and I am very much in the energy of just celebrating and enjoying things. I want you to be a part of it, but I trust that things are happening and that the wheel is turning all by itself. So I'm not too worried. And I understand that lots of things are going to manifest for us. We have love, right? I love this card. We have love. What the heck? Oh, health, love, health, money. We have a house, a home. We have the wedding ring. We have the sun, the star, and we have the books. So we have the knowledge. So she has the knowledge and the power and the intuitive insight to understand that everything is manifesting, that as the wheel turns, everything is shifting in her favor and in their favor. So I'm actually going to end the reading there because I couldn't even think of ending on a more positive note. This has been another amazing reading, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a beautiful Saturday, and look out for another reading that will be coming later tonight. And I will be shooting to do a few readings tomorrow as well. Okay, so drop in a new reading for you guys tonight, another one, and tomorrow, and I'll continue to do them regularly because things are really shifting in a beautiful way. Have a beautiful Saturday.